Hey, this is Xav D'Amatos with Ludwig Kitzman, and we're here to talk about Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox One, which you got to play recently, Letty.
Yes, hi. This game is a very irreverent game. It is pretty crazy. As you can see, it has an insane amount of colors. It's an open-world third-person shooter from Insomniac, who have made games like Ratchet and Clank and Resistance, and I think a lot of that DNA is present in this game.
I remember the reveal trailer they had for the game at E3 last year. Very colorful, very different. How close does the actual game come to that trailer?
I don't think it appears quite as smooth and as polished as that trailer was, but obviously that's the trailer and this is gameplay, and I think that feel, most importantly, is what they captured in the game. It feels very exuberant, very energetic. You feel like this person who has boundless energy, and you are literally bouncing all over the place.
So what's the story behind Sunset Overdrive? Where are these monsters coming from?
These monsters are the unfortunate victims of a energy drink launch party. It's very tongue-in-cheek, and it also has sort of a punkish, anti-corporate vibe. Once all these people become victims of this weird apocalypse, you're allowed to play in it, essentially. It's not a very dour, end-of-the-world scenario. It's meant to be fun. All the rules are gone, so why not enjoy yourself?
A big part of the footage we've seen is the traversal, being able to jump and slide off of rails and wires in the environment. How does that work in the game?
Well, traversal is kind of a boring word to apply to it. I think more fun words apply, like bounce, like you can bounce on all these flat surfaces, including cars. Even surfaces that don't seem like they would give you any kind of lift do anyway. You can grind on power cables, you can grind on railings, you can swing from overhead cables, you can run alongside bolts, you can flip over barriers and banisters. It is very energetic, and you can shoot during all of these things. You can even change weapons while you're doing all this stuff. And the game's scoring system, which allows you to unlock more and more powers as you create a higher combo, that is encouraging you to constantly switch things up and constantly move. Standing around it just seems like a bad idea.
You talked about switching weaponry while traversing the environment. This is Insomniac, known for creating crazy weaponry. What have they done in this game?
Well, the simplest way to describe this game is, of course, saying it is Jet Set Radio because of all the grinding, and it has Ratchet and Clank's weapons because the weapons are pretty bonkers. There's a gun that fires vinyl records, there's one that fires out Roman candles, there's another one that fires harpoons because, well, why not? What's really cool about it is that all these weapons feel equally rewarding, equally fun, and it doesn't really feel like you're choosing them because of a deeply rooted strategy so much as an impulsive desire to have a different kind of fun.
Tell me about the main character. Who is this enemy of the state?
The truth is, I don't know who the Sunset Overdrive guy is because it doesn't have to be a Sunset Overdrive guy. It could be a Sunset Overdrive girl. You can customize to your heart's content because in this world there are no more rules. Nobody cares what you look like or how you dress, and that's one of the main reasons I think this game is sticking to its guns. It is about embracing an apocalypse and having fun in it, so why should there be rules? And that also applies to one of my other favorite things in the game, which is how you die, or how it doesn't really matter when you die.
Yes, the next-gen respawning. Tell us about it, because that was one of the things the first gameplay trailer really touted.
Exactly, so when you die you get set back, but it doesn't really feel like a punishment, and what I really enjoy is that you make an entrance every time you come back from the dead, and this can be completely random and completely inexplicable and very funny. Some of the examples that I saw include crashing from a rocket ship, coming out of the ground in a golden sarcophagus, and one of my favorite ones, which is being tossed out of a van that is being driven by some of the monsters of the game. It's as if they're just flinging you out after they've had their way with you.
One of the things I love about it, because wouldn't they want you to not come back because they're trying to kill you?
Right, they managed to kidnap you and now they're just done with you. I don't know what maybe they cloned you or something. So what will be critical for Sunset Overdrive as it comes out in the fall of 2014 is how the main missions, the main story missions are structured. Insomniac is saying that they want to have very peculiar and particular kinds of missions. Some of them even have mechanics that won't appear again in the game. They're not meant to be repeatable, they're meant to be very unique, and to show off that, they had a very spectacular boss fight in the part that I played. And I hope that they can keep that kind of energy and keep surprising you, because this is the kind of game where you should never feel the need to have things explained.
Talks about switching weaponry while you're traversing the environment. I try to go over it. I try to pass it by, Luddy. All right.
Sneak that by me. That was a fumble.
I did. That was a fumble. That was a stumble, really.